Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. I don't really know how to feel about being sat here. It's not the most aesthetic background, so I do apologise, but I'm actually sat in my bedroom because this is kind of like my little space. I say on the floor. I've got a little kind of like bedside table thing here that I keep all of my makeup in the annex. If you guys know my situation at the moment, obviously we're like temporary living in like a granny annex with Jack's parents, so a lot of my makeup is back at my mum's where I just pop to and from now and again, but I am living here, so my daily go-to makeup is here with me, and I'm really hoping that I can recreate this makeup look today using the products I have. I wish I had the money to go out and spend however much on the products that I'm gonna be trying to replicate in this video. As you could tell by the title, I'm going to be trying to replicate the makeup that Ariel did on Kim Kardashian at the Oscars. I saw Soph, I think her channel's like Soph Does Life. I followed Soph for years. She's so lovely. Like, I don't know, I just really like her videos, and I'd not seen her videos pop up in ages, and went to her channel the other day and saw that she'd done this video, and I watched it all and I thought, do you know what, that makeup looks absolutely stunning. I did actually see the TikTok that Ariel posted. I think I'm saying his name right, Ariel? It's not Ariel. He is a genius artist, and Soph's video was really like entertaining to watch. She obviously bought all of the products that he mentioned in the video, or what she could buy of them. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to actually try and replicate it with the products that I have and that I use probably fairly often, but just using very like as similar as I can get, if not exactly the same if I have it. I've done a Madison Beer one in the past. I don't know if any of you guys who have subscribed to my channel for a while watched it. I think it was last year. I did her Vogue makeup tutorial, followed that, and really loved it. A lot of you guys liked it as well. So shout out to Soph for the inspo for this video. I haven't done a makeup video like this in a very long time, so please bear with me. Please bear with my background. I'm hoping that this is light enough because I do have my ring light here and my camera and my mic set up for once. Just pulled my hair back into a little bun just so it's out of my face, but Kim does have a very tight slick back pony in her makeup. I will pop it up on the screen. I have it here on TikTok. So this is the video that he basically does a whole breakdown of what he used, how he did it, the products.
It turned out so beautiful. I mean,
and yeah, I'm excited because Soph's makeup looked amazing and she really liked it. So I'm just going to see how this goes. I'm going out this evening, so maybe it will last until then. I do not know. My skin, if you've been following along with my vlogs and stuff the past couple of months, it's not the same anymore since coming off my pill at the start of the year. It still has all these little breakouts, under the skin bumps, bits of redness, which is so not normal for me. I'm 24, never suffered with my skin in my life until this year, which is great, but we all go through things like this. If you suffer with your skin too, then maybe this is relatable for you. I don't really like doing this on camera now to show, like, I feel more vulnerable than I ever used to, because I never had to worry about my skin because it was literally like there's nothing wrong with it. Whereas you can obviously see I've got lots of redness, a couple of like really red spots, and then just bits of blemishes and stuff. Overall my skin is like smooth, but it is a lot more oilier than it used to be. That is my skin at the moment, so hopefully you can kind of see if this makeup works for me.
Just to give you guys a reference, Kim told me she wanted baby doll glam, a little bit of a 60s flair with the cut crease, and like a really clean liner. To prep her skin, I use the Creme de la Mer moisturizing cream.
He uses the Creme de la Mer. La Mer is a very expensive makeup brand, and the one thing that Soph did say, the smallest pot that she bought was like a tiny 15ml, and that costed like 70 something pounds. The biggest pot of the La Mer cream that you can actually buy, I think, is maybe like 500ml, and it's over £1,000.
Along with the vitamin enriched eye base from Bobbi.
Then he uses the vitamin enriched eye base from Bobbi Brown. I actually have the face base, so what I'm actually going to do, because I don't have that eye base, I'm going to use the face base along with a little bit of a normal moisturizer, just to make sure my skin is really hydrated. This is my little pot of the Bobbi Brown face base. Gently press and smooth that all over my face. That is the face base on. It leaves my skin ever so slightly tacky, which I kind of like because it makes for a good primer. So to make sure my lips are hydrated, just like Kim's.
Used my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, carved them out with this Shape Tape Concealer in the color Tan Sand.
So he actually carves out Kim's brows. So he does brows first. A lot of the time at the moment, like, I don't know, I've lost what I want my eyebrows to be. Because I started waxing off kind of the tail of them, I've just had to pluck a few because I'm not going to wax them anymore. I want the tails of my brows to come back. I was trying to go for quite a straight look, but I feel like the way your brows naturally grow is like for your face shape. So I'm trying to get them to grow back how they were. But he did do Kim's brows a little bit straighter. They do still have an arch on them, and he used the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in 3.5, which is what I used to use all the time. I just haven't repurchased it in a while because it is more expensive. Although I used to work for Benefit, I used to get them for free. So now I'm like, do I really want to pay like £23? So what I've been using for the time being is a XX Revolution brow pencil. Very, very similar. I just don't think it lasts as long. Kim's brows. Kim obviously has a lot darker hair than I do, so I don't really know how he's used 3.5 in her brows when like mine are a 3.5. Not sure, but let's do the other one. Okay, so I've just brushed them through. We'll leave it like that for now. I might need to use a bit of brow gel after. He uses the Tarte Shape Tape. I haven't had that concealer in a couple of years actually. So I might repurchase that at some point. I want to try and do another makeup order, but I have the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, which is kind of like my skin tone. So I'm just going to pop some on the back of my hand. That one kind of looks similar, but maybe I'll try this one. This is a Zoeva brow line. Oh, maybe it is an eyebrow one. Okay, that is what the brows are looking like.
To create that cut crease with the Makeup Forever concealer in the shade 34.
This is a cream bronzer in her crease and then cuts the crease really softly with the concealer again and then sets the concealer and the eye in place. So he uses a cream bronzer. So I feel like I need to kind of put a tiny bit of concealer on my eyelid just to cover up my redness. Okay, then to go in with the bronzer, I feel like I don't really know how this is going to work. Maybe just picking it up on a brush. What does he say he uses it with? Take some product, stamp it through my crease. It blends really, really nicely. I just feel like you would need to set it. Now he uses the concealer again to cut the crease. He does use a different brush, but I'm going to see if it works with the same brush. I need a lighter shade. I'm just going to use my Revolution Conceal and Define and mix that with it, just so it actually creates a bit more definition. It's not perfect, but I feel like it slightly gives the effect. I feel like my bronzer should have been a bit darker. Now he sets it with the, I think it's the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I don't have that either. I've got my YSL translucent powder, which is very, very similar. I do like the Laura Mercier one. I just haven't repurchased it because I've got this. Now he uses a black eyeliner, but he uses a gel. I don't actually have a gel and I wouldn't want to use a gel. What I do have is a normal felt tip eyeliner, so I'm going to try and recreate it using that.
Instead of going like straight out this way, we kind of lifted the eye.
I have this Illamasqua liquid eyeliner, which is like a slightly thicker felt tip, so I don't really know how this is going to go. I'm going to have to like really, really concentrate doing this. So I'm going to draw a really thin line across first, I think. You can always clean it up afterwards, so I'm just going to do the same thing on this eye. I haven't done black eyeliner in quite a while, but it'll do. Then he goes on to foundation and uses the Sensual Skin Enhancers from Kevyn Aucoin. I don't have that. I think they're just quite thick. You don't need a lot, but it just helps with coverage. Then he uses the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, which again I don't have, but what I do have is the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation, which is a go-to at the moment for me, so I think I'm just going to use that. I'm going to go in with a sponge today. Obviously she does have quite full coverage because it's the Oscars, so that's just what I'm going to put for now, because we are going to go in with a little bit of concealer. I do really like the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation. I wouldn't say it's super full coverage, it's more like medium, like buildable, so you can get it fairly full, but it's not like really heavy, it's quite lightweight on the skin. Then he uses the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Again, I did used to have this, I've just not repurchased it, so I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me, and then to brighten slightly, I'm going to go back in with the lighter shade in my Revolution Concealer. And oh, these two here. So I'm just going to put over blemishes, like around my nose, where I know I got that little bit of texture and redness. He doesn't really talk about placement of anything, he just talks about products and like what he did with it. And then I'm just going to use a little bit of this in the corner and then a couple of dots just to lift the eye.
For cream contour, I wanted to make sure that the contour was a little warm but not too warm, so I mixed a cooler tone from by Ariel in the shade medium and Rare Beauty in Always Sunny, which is a lot warmer.
Like I did mention, I do have the Benefit contour stick, which is like the slightly cooler toned, and then I do have my Charlotte Tilbury whatever you call this thing, wand. Again, it's not that warm, so I feel like the warmth will have to come from the little bit of powder that I do on the top. Kim always looks like she's got a really kind of like nicely blended contoured forehead. So I'm going to go all the way around with this. And the Benefit stick blends out quite easily too. And then I'm just going to go back in with my sponge just to clean it all up a little bit. And he does use cream blush, which I do have my Charlotte Tilbury wand, but I also have this, which is from Sophia and Mabel. It's a blush stick, which is a different kind of colour, so I think I might mix both. And I also put a little bit on my nose. And then I'm just going to use the same brush to blend that in. He doesn't talk about highlighter, but because the blush is quite glowy, this one, I don't feel like I would need it. But Kim's look is fairly matte, so when he does set it, I don't think there's any need for highlighter. Yeah, that little bit of this blush really helps bring the colour. Okay.
For under eye lightly with this MAC Studio Fix press.
So he sets the under eye with the MAC Studio Fix powder. I don't have that, but I do have the Charlotte Tilbury one, which is a very similar thing. It's like a powder foundation. And then he baked them with a Huda Beauty powder. Again, I don't have that, but I have my YSL Soufflé one. Then he said he uses the Turn Up the Base foundation powder from One Size Beauty. Don't think you can get hold of that. Again, I don't have that, so I'm hoping that just using a little bit of this and my YSL powder to bake in the areas, that it should be fine. So I'm just using a brush and this powder just to lightly set under my eyes like he did with the MAC one. And he said he goes in and bakes with his loose powder. got powder all over me now. So then he powder contoured with a KKW Beauty bronzer. It's discontinued, but he said any bronzer would work. So just to add a tiny bit of warmth, I'm going to use my MAC Give Me Sun Mineralized Skin Finish powder just to go on top of where we've cream bronzed. Then he talks about lashes. He uses Kiss lashes and it's like a 3/4 lash. So he hasn't really done too much on the eye, as in like underneath it. And I think, thinking back to Soph's video, she did say it looks as though Kim's got a slight bit of powder, like bronzer or like a slight bit of eyeshadow under her eye. And then obviously mascara on the lower lash line as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put a tiny bit of bronzer there. Put mascara on both sets of lashes. Personally, I don't do mascara on my bottom lashes at the moment with my makeup, but Kim always has like really full lashes and find like a little 3/4 lash to put on the top as well. And I'm going to tightline my upper lash line as well. Like, I feel like I look crazy. So my lashes are just drying. They're kind of like from here outwards. Hopefully you can see. I feel like it gives a similar effect in a sense. And I've just gone ahead and put a bit of brow gel through my eyebrows. He didn't mention it in the video, but just to keep them to stay in place, I think is good. He also didn't mention powder blush, but I am going to put a little powder blush on because I don't feel like my blush is there enough. And I'm actually using a really cheap blush, but it's really pigmented and I don't have a blush this colour. It's from Primark. It was £1 and it's just the high pigment blusher in the shade True Peach. Also, what Soph mentioned in her video when I watched it, and it's not to say that I'm copying what Soph does, but I do agree. She says that if you look at the image of Kim, she looks like she has a little bit of like inner corner highlight and kind of like a more contoured bridge of the nose. And then the last bit is lips. So I've just gone ahead and done that. I still need to kind of wipe away this little bit on my eyelid there. I think he uses a KKW lip liner and then a Makeup by Mario palette. In the photo of Kim, she's got like a nudie brown lip liner and then kind of slightly pinky peachy in the middle. So I've got this NYX lip liner in Nude Truffle, which is like a brownie colour. So I'm just going to slightly overline my lips with this. I think I might just put a little bit of Myth in the middle. Hers looks a tiny bit more brown, so maybe the pink wasn't the best. Okay, I have my peach stock. It's a little bit better. I think that is everything that he says in the video. That is literally everything that he talks about. He doesn't say anything about highlighter, doesn't say anything about setting spray. Personally, I am going to use a little bit of setting spray because I want my makeup to last all day. But I really think this makeup is quite beautiful. My eyes seem a lot darker than Kim's, but like my actual eye colour. I think I'm going to go and take you by a natural window just to kind of see what it looks like in daylight. I definitely feel like my skin looks flawless. You can't really see many like blemishes or redness. I like it. I feel like I need to go and do something with my hair and then I'll be back to finish off the video. So I've just gone ahead and popped my extensions in just because I need to take some photos and stuff, do a bit of work for the rest of the day. But yeah, this is the finished makeup look. I'm really impressed. I really like it. It's a little bit different from what I would usually do. I don't know if you guys think it makes me look a little bit different, if you think it looks really nice on camera. Obviously you can go and watch Ariel's TikTok for yourself if you want to recreate it, or obviously follow along to this video or Soph's video for that matter. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up to let me know. I really enjoyed filming it, so I might do something like this again in the future. Also, make sure you are subscribed before you leave. If you're not subscribed already, it would mean the absolute world to me. Really helps me out. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah. Bye guys.